Hey all, it's January, and it's Crazy Poultry Inc. We actually went and saw a horror movie. It's actually the fourth in the series. It's called Insidious. Is it The Last Key? Oh,
yes,
well, The Last Key. Actually, me and Russ have been huge horror fans pretty much our whole lives, but actually, wait.
Where's Ian?
Oh. Ian Novak needs to come into the picture. Well, join us, Ian.
You guys talking about a January movie? Fuck that!
Without you!
Yeah.
Wait, this actually might be fun. So what are you guys talking about?
Insidious Last Key.
Oh gosh. Yeah, in case you guys can realize, technically as far as numbers go, I'm still a neophyte in horror compared to these guys. I mostly like to try to see really good stuff, but now that I have Movie Pass, I'll go see a movie. If you guys want to talk about what the Insidious films is, I just ran through all of them, pretty much the gauntlet before this one, because I had never seen any of them. So,
What's your ticket, Big Russ?
what is the Insidious films, Russ?
Insidious films, the franchise is all about this woman. When she was younger, she got a gift that she could see like ghosts and demons and red doors to lead into the other side. And this one right here, The Last Key, actually went into more of the storyline than the first three, and I actually like it a little bit better than 2 and 3, just because 2 and 3, in my opinion, was horrible. But besides that fact, like, it does go with how the storyline goes, but
Cool. Bigger us. Anyways, yeah, what he said, it's about, is her name Elisa? Or
Elise.
She is a parapsychologist, and she can see stuff nobody else can. And she basically, I guess the word is to put is inherits these two guys, two younger, well, one of them was young, I couldn't tell the other one, but anyways, and they bought a pedo van or pedo truck to decide to help her.
Yeah.
And basically, she got a call from a person in need, and she didn't want to go back there because it was her childhood home in Five Keys, New Mexico. And
City of Enchantment. Also where Thor's hammer was.
Yep.
oh, that's freaking weird. Anyways, so it showed her as a little girl, and I'm not going to go too much into it, but she set an entity free that she shouldn't have set free, and has been causing terror on everybody. So basically, they called her to, stop the whole thing, and then all hell breaks loose, like you knew it fucking would. But, yeah. Overall, it was a decent experience. I would no means say it was a good movie, but it had parts, and I liked it better than 2 and 3. Both of them know that's not saying much, and then there was something that ruined the experience for me. I probably would have gotten kicked out of the theater if it was for something I would have done, but I'm going to let Ian go into whatever he wants to get into, and if he wants to get into that fact.
We'll save that for the ending of this. So, I really try to see, in my opinion, good horror movies, because there's so many to me that are so bad. James Wan, who directed the first two, he is probably my top pick of directing in horror. I do like Mike Flanagan, who's come into his own.
Peele's my number one.
Yeah. Well, okay. If we're batting average, yeah, it's Peele. But the thing that I liked about James Wan, especially when he does this and the Conjuring movies, I love the way he does like the still shots of just like you're waiting to see when something happens.
Yes.
And even though all these films like this and the Conjuring, they are based on stuff that we've seen, but as long as you do them well, I'm totally fine with it. All like those kind of horror haunted house tropes, I'm fine with if you do it okay or really good. The thing that I noticed the most when I watched all these films, I could clearly see when James Wan was not directing.
Yeah.
The first one I really enjoy, and I put it off for a long time because I didn't know if it would be into. I love how it looked almost kind of like a mixture of documentary, but still had the feeling of that this was a Hollywood movie. It wasn't shaky. And I love that all the scares and the jump scares, they were real jump scares. I hate fake ones. They fucking drive me nuts. So I watched that one, and then when I watched the second one, I could clearly see that it was still James Wan directing. It's not as good. I still think it's pretty enjoyable. The part towards the end with the time traveling thing is a little weird. I'm sorry, spoiler alert, but this came out years ago.
Yeah.
Felt a little ridiculous, but it's also the ghost world. We can't say what actually happens because nobody wants to go there. And then 3 and 4 now come along. I can clearly tell these are totally different in tone, and the lighting is much different. So, but here's one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to titling. Insidious 3 should have been called Insidious the Beginning, because that's a prequel. And I hate when it's the numbers that are after the original ones that are actually before. So it's just a pet peeve of mine. Again, to me, the look of the film looked too Hollywood and clean. It didn't look realistic to me, so that kind of drove me out. There were stuff towards the end and kind of in the middle with the main woman, Elise. That was pretty good. It was a callback. I just did not care for the main thing that it was focusing on as much.
Yeah.
So that was a downgrade for me. So, and another thing that I really liked the way that the first two especially did were the sounds.
Yes.
The beginning of the Insidious first one, the sound alone helps, and then the shriek of when the title comes up, I was like, oh shit, I'm actually pumped. The same thing did not happen for Insidious 3. So now we get to Insidious 4. I guess I'm going to be the ringer in this. I did not enjoy this one that much. I will give her credit.
She was awesome.
She puts 100% into this whenever she's given. She is not the fault in any way in this. But the style, again, you can tell is just so radically different from when the title comes up.
Yeah.
And she's like, Insidious! And then it kind of fades away. I'm like, what? And they save for the end who directed, because clearly they're like, yeah, James Wan did not direct this. Again, this is 4, but it's technically 2. So, like you said, we get a little bit more backstory into her stuff, which I do agree it was handled pretty well. It's just that when the revelations then come out towards the end, which I'm not going to try to get into for spoiler reasons, it kind of ruined some stuff for me because it felt like a more Hollywood and longer version of a Ghost Whisper.
Yeah,
where the ghosts are not actually the demons, it's the real people that are demons, which I'm totally fine with. That's the real fucking demons, but when it's over and over and over again, I'm like, okay. And the new characters that I felt like they just shoved in there, I didn't care too much about. And yeah, without trying to spoil anything, I did not have a great time with this because I got bored. And a bad thing about a prequel is you're setting up more backstory for the person, which I understand, but when you put them in terror and it looks like they could be killed, I don't have tension for that because I know they survive. So that's a big pet peeve with me with prequels. Here's one flat question I want to ask both of you. How do you feel about the two guys that are her sidekicks?
They put a little bit of comedy into the movie.
Yeah, the older guy I actually liked.
Yeah.
The younger guy I thought was...
Who's also James Wong's friend.
Well, I'm sorry.
That created this and saw.
But yeah, the younger guy, I don't know, he was...
He's too wimpy.
Yeah, he was way... I don't know, there was
something... But the older guy...
There's something wrong with him, but the older guy got me a couple times.
Yeah.
The younger guy, I don't know.
I'll admit that the older guy and the bigger guy is...
And he had a nice fake
mullet.
too.
Yeah.
So,
And he had a mohawk in the third one.
yeah, but he's also going to be in one of the horror movies this year. I can't remember which one. Oh, it's Winchester, I believe.
Yes, Winchester.
So I don't really dislike him, but the younger guy I wasn't too much of a fan of. He was trying to well, they both kind of were, but the younger one way more often. It was just the older guy a couple of times did some weird things, but it wasn't. I don't know. The younger guy I didn't like, but the older one I didn't have a problem with. I forget their names. Gus?
Was it Gus?
I can't remember.
I'll say this: I think that the older, bigger one can sometimes get more laughs than me, but the comedy is not great for me in the Insidious.
Yeah.
And this one in particular felt okay. No, not with these. This is just uncomfortable with these chicks that are involved.
Yeah.
I think they're a little older than you think they are.
Well, but
especially the one that has the abilities. Yes. I'm not going to go into.
Whose name I can never remember because when I heard it, I was like, "What the hell kind of name is that?" And her father, who plays Evilis's brother, whenever I
see X-Men.
That's the only thing I ever think about. Yeah. X-Men. The water blob guy.
Yeah.
So I guess now we'll rank how we feel about this franchise. Russ, where do you rank the Insidious franchise?
I'm gonna go with 4, just because it was.
Are you saying 4 is the best?
No.
Okay.
No.
What the smoke?
No. I'm saying 1, 4, 2, and 3.
Is there any reasoning why?
Do you want, or if
because 2 and 3 just sucked, big balls. But 1 and 4 actually explains more into the storylines of Elise anyway. Yeah.
Okay. Nick, what's your ranking of the franchise?
Well, after that, can I just say I liked 1, and that was it?
If there was only 1, we'd probably be much happier.
Yeah, that's true. I have been on a decline. I guess, seeing as I enjoyed 4 somehow a little more than 2 and 3, I'm going to go 1 by a landslide, then 4. Oh, God. Then I guess 2 and 3. I don't really have an explanation other than I really like the first one, and the other 2 were kind of below mediocre. Mm-hmm. How about that?
Okay.
That's all I really got to say about it. I don't really have anything to add other than they need to stop making them. They never will, but you know.
Well, I guess this is where it's going to be a little different, because I'm actually going to go 1. Definitely still top for me. Definitely surprising. I do like more stuff in 2 than the last 2. That's just me, apparently. Because I like the way that it's still directed in both of those more than the other ones. And I'm going to go 4 and then 3 for last because I cared more about characters like Evilise in the 4th one. They explained it a little bit more.
That's sad.
I didn't really care much about what happened in the 3rd one, so...
Can't say I blame you.
So, yeah, guys, this has been our horror roundup, kind of, because I'd call them masters and not really me. But so it's been Crazy Poultry Inc.
Okay, I'd like to add video game reviews coming up.
Okay.
Looking forward to the new God of War. It's been 5-6 years since I've had one, and God of War 3 was absolutely incredible. He went to the Best Buy at midnight and got the last one with me. Looking forward to everything about it. It looks different. Probably I'd say number 1 game I'm looking forward to is Red Dead Redemption 2. The first one was awesome. Rockstar rocked it out. I fully expect this one to be better than the first one somehow, and I probably will win Game of the Year. I'm going to go ahead and say it now.
Good.
Russ, anything to add? Obviously excited for Halloween and stuff like that.
Yeah.
your somehow horror movies this year.
Yep.
All right.
So, and I'm putting this out there right now. You can only plug 3 social medias that if you want to plug them where they can find you. Too many.
I've got 5.
Too much editing.
All right, go ahead, Russ.
Big Russ.
Plug your social media.
What is your Twitter name?
Oh!
Oh, my head. Oh, there's like Big Russ. That's gonna get likes. Anyways, go ahead, Russ.
Big Russ 91 Twitter. Who's Your Daddy 91 Instagram. Big Russell Mayer on Facebook.
Okay. Gaio Loco 89 on Twitter. Ian Novak on Facebook. And I'd like to give this a small little plug. Stardust app. Crazy Rooster 89. Nick?
Oh, I follow. Like I said, it's hard to follow things. I'm gonna go. Oh my god. Nick Wood on Facebook. Niggers chicken underscore. I think it's Niggers underscore chicken 87 on Instagram, and then just look up Niggers chicken on Twitter. That's all I'm going to plug because Russell ruined it for me.
This has been a stellar first effort. Please tell us how we're doing. Comment below. Give this a thumbs up. Subscribe to Crazy Poultry Inc. I'm Ian Novak. Gaio Loco.
I'm Nick Wood, aka Niggers Chicken.
Russell Mayer, aka Big Russ.
See you guys next time.
Delete Russ.